ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'll let Smash explain what happened with Black Girl Gamer since he's earned it. Go ahead, Smash. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Hell if I know. I mean, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. Actually, your guesses might be better than mine because you have experience with this kind of thing. But no, I published my video this morning, and I was just, I try to make a effort to not get lost in the numbers. I just want to put my work and do it. So I don't like really watch stuff really closely. So I'm not really sure if it happened overnight or if it was like middle of the day yesterday or if it was right after I don't know when it was. But I never got an email. I never got a message. I never got a notification. I never got anything. And I was just scrolling through. And I was like, oh, let me just check to see how many days are left on this strike thing. And I was like, where is it? And I clicked on it and it says it's monetized and it's good. And there was no reference to a strike anymore.
How many days did you have left? Do you know?
Yeah, I think you said it was today, but it's not today. I think it was the 14th, or the 12th or the 14th. I can't remember.
Really? I thought we were already like at least 4 days past.
No, dude. It was only like 2.5 days ago that it happened. So it was a 5-day ban, or a 5-day thing before it went out. So I think it was the 12th or 13th or 14th. I can't remember.
That is really interesting.
Right? And
now, obviously, no official statement, right? No email from Black Girl Gamers, right?
No, nothing. No one shared any. And people have been really awesome with sharing stuff with me in DMs, like from all the people that have blocked me. Like people have keeping me up to date on everyone. It's almost like I have ears on the ground everywhere. When anything happens, people are like, "Hey, just a heads up, this person said this," and I'm like, "Damn, it's good to know because I can't be all everywhere at once." But nobody reached out saying they saw anything anywhere of them saying anything, publicly at least. No email. And I was thinking of it from my perspective, which is a mistake because I think from a logical angle. But I'm like, okay, if I realized I was wrong, I'd admit it. I'd come forward and be like, hey, swallow my pride. All right, we made a mistake on this, and we'll remove the strike. Let's move forward. And you know what? If they did that, I think I'd feel a lot more sympathy towards them. And I'd be like, you know what? I feel like they're learning and growing, and they're actually open to a conversation by I was going to say manning up, but that would not be accurate.
I mean, that's really bad term.
Yeah. By coming to grips with reality, I would have really been impressed, but no, they did exactly what we expect them to do when they just live in an echo chamber and know they made a huge legal error and are just trying to cover their tracks, but still like hold me in contempt in their life by not saying anything, just removing it and just trying to pretend nothing happened.
Right. So when I saw this in your video, this picture, this screenshot here, what the fuck? Oh, there it goes. When I saw this, so this looks like it was deleted on their end. Just like from experience that I have with copyright and whatnot. Because there was a couple of times where I got copyrighted for something, but it never got threatened to get the video taken down. What it was is that usually if I got copyrighted, the video got blocked for in all territories, depending on the copyright. Normally it's from like a music place or, anime or something. So you'll get a block in all territories. And then if I appeal it, say it's transformative, whatever. But see, I had the option to appeal it. You didn't. But regardless, I appealed it. And if I got lucky and they said, okay, we're going to let it go, then it would look like this and it will go back to a green check mark, not affected, all that stuff, and kind of revert. So it seems like to me they deleted it. I mean, my conspiracy is quite simply they did this in the hopes that you would delete it yourself. Because they never fully probably planned to go through with it because they know it's bullshit.
Oh shit.
So they did it in the hopes.
Thought of that, dude.
Yeah, they did it.
You say it's so obvious. Like, holy crap. Whoa.
That's the first thing I thought.
I didn't even think of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the first. That's a strategy. That's a tactic, right? Because I feel like they did it. They did it knowing they weren't going to go through with it, and when they saw that you were going to ride this all the way through, they were like, "All right, let's just remove it because he's clearly not going to delete it, and we tried," kind of a thing.
That's fucked up. I mean, first off, not to be that guy, but do you know who I am? Like, that's like the one thing I don't do, nor have I ever shown any inclination to ever do stuff like that. So,
well, when it comes to there's a lot of people that say they're like that. I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that say they're like that.
yep.
And then when it actually comes down to it, and your
They crush
channel's at risk,
Yep.
they kind of will back down to live to fight another day, sort of a thing.
Yep.
But considering that they watch your videos, they watch our streams, they watch all the all the conversation. I know they watch like side scrollers and whatnot, and I know you were on there. They probably realized that, oh, he's not going to delete it, and they were hoping that would be. It's kind of like forcing your hand, sort of a thing. Because they weren't going to go through with this. This shows me they weren't going to go through with it. They were just hoping you would delete it yourself so that you could do the dirty work for them. It's like suicide by cop, but essentially a suicide by YouTuber. Like you're going to kick off yourself.
I think you're right. Like I was going to give you my guess on it, but your guess I think is better than mine.
You could give me your guess. I'm just saying, like that's the first thing I thought of once I saw how quickly they backed down.
My guess was that because they are who they are, that they have some sort of internal contact at YouTube that probably hooked them up with this weird kind of strike where I can't even appeal it because I've never seen that before. And then when I tag team YouTube and like the entire brute force of Twitter started tagging team YouTube.
Yeah.
The team YouTube probably got in touch with whoever was the one that manually created that thing and was like, hey, bro, whatever you did there, you need to undo that because this is a problem now. That was my mentality. But again, it's almost fun to wonder like what it could have been.
No, so that's not actually a bad, like, that's not a bad. I think that you're right to some extent, right? Because companies like Black Girl Gamers, they 100% have contacts at major social media companies. They always do. A lot of these companies normally do. So it's not too shocking that they could potentially have a contact at YouTube who told them, hey, file your copyright like this, and we could just automate it, kind of a thing, and get him and see what he does. Maybe he'll delete it himself. I think it could be a combination of two. But
it might be a combination. Yeah.
Yeah, I genuinely believe that this was a hit and run strategy. This was basically let's throw this out there, show him that we make him feel like we're gonna strike him, and then hopefully he deletes it on his own, and we get our win anyway. Because if you delete it on your own, you're admitting fault.
Yeah,
and that's what they were hoping for too.
Do you think that this is gonna sound awful to say, but whatever? Do you think that they're so used to falling back on the race stuff as a defense that whenever they fuck up really bad, it's just like, oh, it's racism, and that gets them out of all the mistakes that they make? When it's like, this has literally nothing to do with racism.
Bro, they're racial grifters, bro. That's what they make their money from. Of course.
I guess you could say they are professors of racial grifting.
They are masters. Okay. They're the last dragons of fucking racial grifting. Yeah, of course, bro. They listen, they if you saw who said it? It wasn't Leanne Lopez. There was somebody at Black Girl Gamers. I don't remember who, man, but I know Gothics talked about it. Where their mindset is essentially everything wrong in the world is because they're black, and this is the whole reason why they're trying to make this safe space, this fake safe space in Black Girl Gamers, because they actually the members anyway, not the leaders. The leaders, they're just conning the members, but the members genuinely believe that gaming, anime, certain fandom is not safe for black people. And especially black women. And it's the weirdest fucking thing. I'm telling you, it's like
it's almost like they create an echo chamber to enforce being a victim of circumstance of their own creation. Where it's like,
of course,
if we do this, it reinforces the problem that we created, and it's a cycle that just perpetuates itself over and over again.
Of course, they know that they have to keep this going. They know that there's profit to be made with this, right? And I feel like Jussie Smollett
notice?
Really,
hold on, real quick. Do you think that they notice the sheer amount of, like, just being honest, black people that are on my side here. Like, does that not make any difference with them?
No, because to them, there could be 1,000 of those kind of black people, but they're all considered Uncle Toms and wrong thinkers. That's what it is. They're ousted. See, that's the amazing thing about minority communities. And I say this all the time. It's a crabs in a bucket thing. You can't agree with anything a white guy does, because if you agree with what a white guy does, then you're just trying to be white, right? Instead of trying to actually better yourself and maybe listening and taking advice and mentorship or whatever. It's all about, no, you gotta stick with the blacks, so you gotta stick with the Hispanic, you gotta stick with your own kind of stuff.
It's what they did with Gothics. When Gothics left, they just excommunicated her from the Church of Black Girl Gamers.